Oh, hello everyone. Hello. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Um, who's celebrating? Who's crying? Who's crying a bunch of emo tears on this glorious day? Hopefully my audio is working. I can't really tell. I think it is. We'll proceed as though it is. Ross Ulbricht's gonna get free. Ross Ulbricht's gonna get free. I'm very excited. We should all put on our clown noses. Honk for joy. Honk honk. Very excited. Um, my flying clown circus has mission accomplished. So I'm very excited. I am overjoyed. I'm so happy for his family. I'm happy for him, for his lovely wife. That's a really fantastic question. Chris Snyder asks, "Did Chase win?" Um, he played his role, and we will get to that. Many thanks to all of our candidates. I'm super excited though about the wins that we're able to exact from a Trump administration. There's a lot of new energy in the GOP. Let's see what happens. If they've got control of virtually everything, we should be able to actually abolish the Department of Education, not just strip it down. We should be able to get rid of it. So we'll see. I think the last time they had crazy control like this was under Newt Gingrich. And Newt didn't get anything done. So I am hopeful. Oh, my skeleton fell down. I am optimistic. I'm just so excited, and I hope everyone else is having a fantastic, excited day as well. I scrolled through Facebook, which I'm not on very often, and I looked at to see all of my far left friends. Not far enough left, that they have really good positions. What would you call them? My neoliberal friends talking about how they were hiding in their closets and throwing up, drinking and turning off social media, and they couldn't bear, various XYZ, and they were genuinely afraid. So I hope that we prove them all wrong. And, I'm sure you're going to have a good time making fun of people who literally scream at the sun. But I hope that we have an incredibly prosperous, wonderful next 4 years. I'm going to do everything I can on my end to influence and make sure that happens, that libertarians continue to have a seat at the table, that we are influential in every possible way, and that, groceries become affordable, housing becomes affordable, without stupid affordable housing bills. Like, it just genuinely becomes attainable in this country, and that America becomes, what we all used to think of it as, like the land of the American dream, upward economic mobility, a place where people want to come to from all over the world because they know they can make it, not because they get handouts from NGOs. So I'm excited. I'm excited about our coalition. I'm excited about, beef tallow fries. I don't think that's happening, but we'll see. This is my little friend. We'll talk about him later. He's a little guy here. Little guy. Libertarian candidates. We ran a whole lot of candidates. I'm doing thank you calls for the rest of the week. The LNC and staff will be helping me with that as well. But I want to have some candidates shouted out today on this live stream. I don't have time to do every single one of you, but I'm going to do quite a good handful of you. And I want to talk about some of the things that we learned through these races. I am very proud of West Virginia. David Moran, who was running for Senate, got 3.5%. Erica Kalinich, who was running for governor, who ran a fantastic race, got 2.9%. What I think we should do in West Virginia is look at that. About 3% of the electorate identifies as libertarian, and look at places where 3% can make or break a race. And there are, West Virginia is very red, but there are some blue areas, and we need to wedge ourselves into the dialogue there and exact concessions and get appointment positions, because 3% is no joke. That is one of the reasons that Donald Trump came to me prior to this election, is he was like, we think Joe Jorgensen lost us the 2020 race. And I was like, well, let's talk about that. That's really good intel. So, it's typically like the meme. I should have pulled a bunch of memes up. I had memes and videos, but I was like, oh, let's just get on. Let's get on with it. There's the meme of the Libertarian Party being the guy with the medal on and like, whoa, and like blasting champagne all over the place and like, smooching on some chick. And then you zoom out and he's in third place. And it's like, oh, you're irrelevant. You're a loser. You didn't get anything. Well, yeah, if you leave it like that, but it should have fast forwarded a little bit to show him getting, endorsements and on a box of cereal and, sports merchandising. That's what we need to do. We need to take your 3%, identify where you can actually use it and flex on it and extract the maximum amount of liberty possible. So we're going to be talking about that with our candidates over the next couple of months or so. We need to do that. Michael Heiss, put a note in your calendar somewhere. You're going to help me with that. By the way, bringing Michael Heiss on to staff as a contractor has been a fantastic move. He is basically able to pick up the slack where I'm just like, oh, I don't have the time. I'm just like overwhelmed and exhausted, a little burned out since I have not taken a freaking vacation. And it's like since before I had a baby, I took like 5 days off, by the way. And 3 of those were spent in the hospital. So, maybe I can take a tiny little bit of time off after this. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But Michael Heiss has been able to help so much with candidate stuff, with planning out fundraising, helping marketing, connect with the goals and metrics that we need to make. So he's going to be assisting me with some of the heavy lifting on all of my schemes as we go forward. Major shout out to him. He is an excellent asset. I'm sure there were tears and gnashing of teeth when people heard we were going to hire him, but he's good at what he does. And that's why we brought him on. Let's see. What other amazing... Oh, did I freeze again? No, I didn't freeze. What a glorious day. What other amazing election results did we have? Sonia Feintek also got 1 point something percent. I just accidentally deleted it. She ran a really fun, exciting congressional race in Oregon, in that whole like little trifecta of their handful of urban areas. And I believe that her race, according to the Republicans, of course, cost them the election. And I think it's a really important learning lesson because obviously we are willing to work with people. We want to work with people. We want to advance liberty. We want to see the country improve. We want to see peaceful foreign policy. And that was not something that they were seeing out of that GOP candidate. So Sonia decided to run, it's Operation Warhawk removal. And guess what? Warhawk tossed. If you're going to run, most Republicans, not all, there's the Mitch McConnells and that whole, most of them like to say that they're fiscally conservative, that they have family values and so on and so forth, that they want freedom, liberty, they want to maximize personal freedom. In my opinion, blowing people up overseas or working for intel agencies, it's not like a family value and it's not peaceful and it doesn't advance liberty. And if that's the kind of campaign that you're going to run and it's difficult to find any redeeming qualities and there's no good trade-offs, we're probably going to primary you. We'll see what happens after after I'm done being chair and I have a successor. But I have a feeling that they're going to feel the same way, if not stronger. I'm the scary pragmatic radical. Wait till you come up against a Lulbert radical. They'll wreck all of your races. So I want to extend my condolences to the Republican in that race. Spoiler alert, I don't actually want all Republicans to win. That's not what I do. That's not what I do. We want to advance liberty. If you are mad and you are angry at us, I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about it. Let's see if, we can all come to the table and agree on things. But congratulations, Sonia. You ran an excellent race. You are a fantastic, exciting candidate. And I'm excited to see what pain and pleasure you can inflict in the next election cycle. What else? Pennsylvania. I think we got some really interesting data out of Pennsylvania as well. We had some really good candidates there, and everybody seemed to get between 1.3 and 1.8%, although I haven't been able to find Nick Cecilski's election results yet. So if anybody has those, please drop them in the comments. Let's see here. Oh, there's Nick, the man, the myth, the legend. All 4 LPPA candidates seem to have met the threshold to hold minor party status. John Thomas seems to have covered the spread in the Senate race. So congratulations to all of you. This again, I think, oh, and Nick says he got 1.4 or 1.5%. So here's the thing, and let's shout a handful of them out. There, you had a good amount of candidates in Pennsylvania. John Thomas for Senate and PA got about 1.3%. Rob Coburn for Attorney General, 1.3%, and Reese Smith, 1.8%. That tells me that is the amount of libertarians that you have pretty much like consistently statewide. Again, and I've spoken with some Pennsylvania GOP people. I think they're willing to work with you. And a lot of people may say, oh, no, in the past we tried X, Y, and Z. I know in the past they kicked some of you off of the ballot. Things were dirty. That is politics. That is totally normal. And they're within their rights to try to win an election. But politics have gone through a massive paradigm shift this year. Reach out to them and talk and find a place to get an appointed position at a lower level. I think that you are going to be able to identify places. And I mean, Pennsylvania is like the crown jewel of geopolitical issues. Like, you are going to be able to find a place where your 1.3% vote makes or breaks them. Go to the negotiating table there and see what you can get out of it. Guarantee you that there are going to be people in the Pennsylvania GOP who are willing to work with you. And if you are doubtful of it, I will connect you. But fantastic job. I am super excited about Pennsylvania as always. You guys have an excellent ground game, great group of candidates, and I'm super proud of all of your hard work. So hats off to you. Let's keep moving up. Some incredible results that came out of Arkansas. Michael White, and I want to look at his Ballotpedia here so that I get it right. He was a Libertarian who ran in a two-way race against a Democrat, Ashley Hudson, in the House of Representatives, District 75. He got 35%. No, he didn't win the election, but that's huge. That's not 1.3, that's not 3.5. Like 35% of the election is pretty massive. And I hope that the Arkansas LP really rallies around him and keeps that momentum going. I feel like he should be able to win a local race after this. That is the way to do it. Asymmetrical warfare, baby. Shoot right up in these rare two-way races, gain a bunch of name recognition, and then float right down and settle into a local or a county level position. I think he can absolutely do it. And when we do run at the state level, that's how we should be utilizing the leverage that we gain from name recognition in these really cool races. So Michael White ran a fantastic campaign. Very, very proud of the results that he's done. So congratulations, Arkansas LP, on that really good success. I hope that you capitalize on it and keep it going. And now let's talk about a big winner. And we do have a handful more winners, but I do not have everything in front of me. And I'm just anxious to announce some of them because not everybody's done counting votes. But in California, Aaron Starr won his Oxnard City Council race. That's right. Super, super excited. So congratulations to Aaron Starr. He is infamous in the Libertarian Party for going to the microphone and talking about Robert's Rules of Order. Apparently, you can have it all. You can be a Ronar nerd and an elected Libertarian. Kids, don't try this at home. Please focus on elections, not just Ronar. Aaron is a rare gem. He has also been very supportive of the work that I've done, which has found people, tearing out their hair. We have this Trade Center 7 guy in the comments. He's crying into into his Diet Coke. Everyone's drinking Diet Coke now, right? It's like Maha, make America healthy again, but also, the Donald Trump Diet Coke. So yeah, that is a little bit of the highlights of some of our candidates. We had amazing candidates in Florida and Texas. I got to vote for a whole bunch of Libertarian candidates in Texas. J. David Robertson, Ted Brown, Hawk, whose last name I can't remember all of a sudden. But yes, I did vote for you, even though LP Texas hates my guts. That's okay. I can vote for you anyway. Neener, neener, neener. What an incredible week. I'm just like super, super excited. My skeleton, he's also excited. He's gonna be coming out of the closet soon. He's out. How about our presidential candidates? Just let there be a little uncomfortable silence. Comfortable silence. Some of you are very mad at me because you feel like I didn't support our presidential candidate. I did a fundraiser. I met with his team several times. It was pretty consistently like every other week in the beginning. I gave advice. A little bit of it they took, not all of it, and that's their choice. I think for people who aren't familiar with campaigns and politics, like on the internal level, they don't really understand. It's not my race. I don't control messaging. I don't control their schedule. I have zero say over what they do. We put them on our website. We send out emails of support. We do all of that sort of stuff. And that's our role, and we offered to go into a joint fundraising committee agreement with him like we did with Kennedy. And, his manager declined. And that's up to them, that is not up to me. And that is okay. Because you know what? Like, the results of this election were phenomenal. They were phenomenal. Chase Oliver came in 5th at 0.4%. Jill Stein was also roughly 0.4%. She had, I think, about 40,000 more votes than him. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Came in right behind Jill Stein. So Jill came in 3rd. She took our spot this time. She ran a really fantastic campaign. So, mad respect for Jill Stein, who leaned into foreign policy very hard. Very hard. She worked that angle aggressively. And I think she did an incredible job. And you know what? You guys are going to disagree with me on this, some of you. But I want you to see it my way. Try to see this my way. We were not going to win this election, and the Mises Caucus did not get the candidate that they wanted to run. And I had an opportunity to, work with the Trump campaign. And, I was able to take that opportunity, and work with them without endorsing them, without officially joining their team or anything. Basically just help them work on outreach to libertarians. That's never happened in the history of this party. Never before has a former president and likely future president approached the Libertarian Party and said, "Can you help us win libertarian votes? We care about what you care about." It's never happened. It's the hugest win at the federal level in the party's history. We should all be proud of it. And if you have Trump derangement syndrome or some similar affliction, like, I invite you to, sit with your discomfort, go into the sun, sweat it out, seek therapy, seek help, whatever it is, because you don't have to endorse him to be excited about the fact that he's including us. And he is literally going to do libertarian things. And if you're so nihilistic and black-pilled and down on yourself that you're like, politicians never keep their promises, he won't do anything about us, well, then I guess you have no room for hope in your heart. And I don't know why you get out of bed every day or how you face yourself in the mirror. Like, that's a really toxic, unhealthy way to approach things. You're allowed to be skeptical, of course. But if you want to say never, 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 I mean, you just set yourself up for consistent failure. Libertarians have never before won a presidential election, yet we get psyched and hyped and run a candidate every 4 years, and we will continue to do so. So just you should toss never just like right out of your lexicon. I actually think, and here's the part where some of you may disagree with me. I think that the Chase Oliver campaign had a role to play and that it was fantastic. And I want to congratulate Chase and Mike Termott and their whole team on pulling together what I think is the most spectacular performance art I have ever seen in my life. Never, ever have we seen a Libertarian Party candidate code switch on this level to run a, like middle of the road, like genuinely libertarian internal campaign, to not lean into identity politics, to talk about foreign policy, the economy, to get a ton of people on board supporting him who are not necessarily woke. And then as soon as he gets the nomination, to switch, fully like knowing, what he's doing, and see and go to like almost nothing but pride parades, and to go to campaigns in a rainbow cape and scream voting in gender or non-binary. I mean, he did not pull from Donald Trump as the vote total shows. He played the heel. Like, he was the villain that we needed, and he helped Donald Trump win this election. And libertarians, a lot of them did not vote for him. And certainly Donald Trump made overtures to us, but libertarians, you cannot tell them what to do. Like, they won't be told what to do. That we are one of the most highly disagreeable political demographics there are. They made up their own minds, and they rejected a vote for Chase Oliver at the polls. And that's why he only got 0.4%. With Kennedy, I mean, while Kennedy was still in the race, I was like, we're doomed no matter who we put on the ballot. It was going to be a really tough election year regardless. But that campaign doubled down. Like, I've never seen anything like it. And I commend them. And I think it's incredible. And I want to do it again. I mean, maybe in 4 years, if Vivek doesn't run, or we end up with some Romney person, maybe it'll be me, and I'll don a blue wig and I'll scream like trans the kids, or I'll go like way further. If it's or no, I have that backwards. If we have like a Mitt Romney type character, we want to run like a Dave Smith hardcore, like crazy, crazy good candidate, right? We want to absolutely wreck them. But if they're going to run Vivek Ramaswamy or something, like, I'll do the blue wig and I'll go way farther. I'll be like, I'm a libertarian communist, like abolish property, vote libertarian if you want to abolish property, $50 federal minimum wage, and like just like scare everyone off. And throw the election that way. So like, these are some of the things that I've learned. And God bless Mike Termott, who truly learned the art of eating shit alongside with me during this campaign. I just want you guys to know I could have switched out Chase for Kennedy a couple of times. And I think that I could have flexed and gotten the votes and support to do it. But, I also knew that a certain faction of the group prefers, blue pills to beef tallow French fries. And, we had our role to play, and we played it. Now, it's been challenging. I won't deny that. It's been challenging. People were mad. They were mad. We had mass cancellations. It was like a week ago that we had 734 membership cancellations since Chase Oliver's nomination. Yeah, normally, like, so with Gary Johnson, we had over 7,000 membership gains. We went down by the hundreds. Was it worth it to get Ross Ulbricht out of prison and to get federal recognition and into the White House administration? I think so. But we have a hole to climb out of. So that's going to be the focus, over the next couple of months. We need to regain our membership. If you are angry because we ran Chase and I didn't remove him, and Yeah, I could have, but it would have been messy. It would have been messy. We wouldn't have gotten the outcome that we needed to get Ross Ulbricht out of prison. But yeah, please rejoin, donate. I don't care who you vote for president. I am not asking for your undying loyalty at the polls. I am asking for $25 a year to keep us essentially as kingmaker in the presidential elections. If you like that, if you like the work we did, if you support us getting Ross out of prison, if you want to help me get Roger Ver free, because he's facing extradition at any moment now, over doing nothing. He didn't do anything wrong. If you would like to get Ian Freeman out of prison, back into the arms of his loving wife and family, please donate to the LP so that we can continue to be the most powerful political voting bloc in the country. That's really what it takes. People are like, why don't you just go join the GOP? No. Donald Trump. You just love Donald Trump. You're not a real libertarian. None of this works if we all pack up and go to the GOP. That's not how this works. All of the bitter misanthropes are very bad at politics. This political party has existed for over 50 years, and this is the first time we've done it. And I really do think it's not because I'm like a brilliant genius. It's because everybody else has been so terrible. Like not literally everyone else. The party was actually like amazing in the 80s. The party did a great job in the 80s. But then there was it was on its deathbed. Political relevancy just completely gone after the Johnson campaign. And we didn't even get anything out of the Johnson campaign. Like we got a bump in membership and then it all died off. So we need you to donate. If it's $5, if it's $20, if it's $25, like we need that help right now. We have taken a hit. We took one for the team, and now we need the team to prop us up. We have just an incredible amount of things coming down the pipeline. And if and when we get into that administration, the stuff that you are going to see is absolute fire. It's absolute fire. And I did pass on the Ron Paul invitation to the Trump campaign. There's a lot of really amazing stuff that I've done behind the scenes that I just haven't been able to talk about. And I know that you're going to start to hear a little bit more about it as we get into the swing of things with the transition team, with all that good stuff. I'd say that there's also still 2 lawsuits against me by 2 very bitter old hags. And, we've got to fight that. Thankfully, we have insurance that covers most of it, but not all of it. If you want to see us maintain relevancy, if you want to see me focused on the things that are good, not this stupid, pathetic internal fighting, it's like, I can't remember the name of it. There was this old 80s video game where you go into the dungeon, kind of like Mario, slightly better graphics, and these little monsters would come and they would bite on you. They're called ankle biters. I need to be focused on like saving the princess, not kicking ankle biters. So throw some cash our way so that we can fend off the ankle biters quickly, and I can keep my eyes on the prize. We've got more political prisoners to release. We've got a Department of Education to abolish. I've got a list of libertarians to submit on the transition team requests. I've got a lot on my plate, I've got a lot more networking to do. We've got some Republicans who are going to be very angry with us, over spoiling some of their races, quote unquote. The big thing is that we fixed the big one. We didn't spoil it. We improved. I've got a lot to do. So please help me out. Please donate at lp.org/donate. I've got FOIA stuff to deal with too. We need to find and cast out the NSA, FBI, State Department, CIA, all of them. We got to get those people out. Got to toss them. It's a lot to do. Long to-do list, my friends. So support the party. I'm very, very, I'm very excited about the future. And also support our candidates. If you are a candidate who ran, thank you so much. We had really good candidate support from Nathan Fatal. I hope everybody leaned on those classes. We are going to continue to build out candidate support assets. We have a wonderful candidate support committee We have a Defend the Guard committee. By the way, that's a whole nother project that I was working on behind the scenes, is getting Defend the Guard into President Trump's hands and into the hands of all the people close to him. I would say that that is like a 95% success rate so far. The work there has been incredible. Getting him to talk about peaceful foreign policy. Let's look at the comments. So many comments. Dylan, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I get a lot of hate. I appreciate getting the love too. I really appreciate it. If Ross is the only real win, it is more than the LP has ever gotten. That is 100% correct. Sometimes people have asked me, like, why didn't you ask for more? Well, I did. Technically, I also asked if he could free Julian Assange, and that one has happened, and I am still requesting a pardon. But I wanted to ask for an achievable, attainable win that we could stack, and point to and be like, we did that. And I want to say, like, I'm the one that sat down at the table with Donald Trump and made the request, but it is all of the Mises Caucus people and other people who voted for me to get elected, to put me into that position. You guys made this possible. It's not a one-man show by any means. Like, you guys did it. Those of you who white knuckled it through that stressful convention, like, you all made this possible. You all had a role to play. It was like, this was total teamwork. Yeah, I really appreciate it. And I'm just getting started. I remember saying that, like, several months ago. People were like, I can't believe you're having Donald Trump speak at the convention. And I was like, I am just getting started. We are moving in this party. We are moving. Who is suing? Karen Ann Harless and Beth Best. Very, very mad. Very mad. Can we get a hint about who is getting in the cabinet, pretty please? There's a list. So there's a list. If you are an attorney, if you work at a place like Institute for Justice, any of these libertarian law centers, Pacific Legal Foundation, please contact me so I can add you to that list. It's not going to be, I highly doubt it's going to be anyone who's like, trolling in any of our Facebook groups or Twitter. It needs to be someone who's going to pass like Senate approval, So we'll leave it at that. Did we get more votes than last time? It probably doesn't help that leadership doesn't support our candidates. I think I gave you a long ass list of all the ways that I did support our candidate, including advice that wasn't taken. But it doesn't matter because we got the outcome that we wanted. And, like the hubris of man, right? Like, people are going to do what they're going to do. Part of being in leadership is being able to read the writing on the wall and understand what gets people excited and jazzed. And like right now, it's immigration. People are very upset over immigration, health, COVID stuff, Fauci, affordability. It's not pride parades, And if that's offensive to you, you need to go and like kind of check yourself emotionally and not be governed by your emotions and what's offensive. This is politics. Like, it's not about hurt feelings. It's about the outcome. I care about the outcome, which is why I think Chase did a phenomenal job, by the way. What else? Scrolling through the comments. Yes. I am trying to choose my words very carefully. But a lot of you need to help deliver this message. I think it's really, really critical. So I am going to need your help. Whether or not the libertarian candidates made out better or worse, libertarian interest won greatly. You guys, Elon Musk, who did such an amazing job with Twitter. I feel kindred spirits. I feel like I'm the TimuWish.com version of Elon Musk. He took over Twitter, stripped it down, very hard to make money on it. He acknowledged, yep, I feel you on that, but he turned it into a better product, and stopped wasting a bunch of money on it, like, as far as payroll and stuff goes. He got rid of all of the inefficiency. And he says he's going to shave $2 trillion off the federal budget. Hopefully they put him into a place where he's authorized to make those decisions and not just write a white paper. And hopefully most of the Republicans that got elected are DTF, like they're like, let's do this. Let's ride. And they're not just like neocon swamp creatures who are like, no, my budget, no, my Israel, my budget. So we'll see. But libertarian interest, I mean, Ron Paul on Team Doge, this is incredible. Ron Paul has been, this is his life's work. This is the culmination of his life's work. He deserves this moment more than anyone else. Like, finally, before his death, he gets to hear Ron Paul was right. That is just, like, that makes it worth the whole thing just for that alone. Like, Ron Paul, finally, people are like, Ron Paul was right, and we're going to follow your advice, and we want you to help us. Just amazing. Just amazing. Reminder, can you add a comment box to the LP donation form? Yes, 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 yes. I have asked staff to do that. We are a little bit understaffed, and so it's like a chicken or egg situation. I'm like, staff, do the thing so that I can afford to hire more staff. We are hiring right now commission-only fundraisers. If you have friends who have a lot of Bitcoin and crypto whales who can help us secure the bag. Can you secure a bag for us? We will give you a generous percentage of that. It's commission only, but you get to keep a good chunk of it. I'll give you 25%. Kill what you eat. What else? What else? How many local races were won? I don't know yet. I hope that I have the full count by tomorrow. The challenge is there are a lot of libertarians who run on these local races who don't work with their state parties or national, and then it just pops up. So we're still combing through all of the data, but we'll put out an email full of all of the winners by the end of this week. If Trump makes good on even a couple of his promises, it's a major step towards liberty. Absolutely agreed. Absolutely agreed. Thank you guys so much. Can you tell me why the LP uses a weird delegate system to nominate its candidate instead of polling its members like a primary? That, my friend, is in the bylaws, and that is how the other political parties do it as well. The anomalous thing, of course, this time was that it took 7 rounds of voting, and it was a war of attrition, And there's a conspiracy theory going around saying that I could have called the votes earlier, and then Michael Rectenwald would have won if I'd shut LP Texas out because maybe they were stalling, and that I didn't do it because I knew that Rectenwald wouldn't be able to go to gay pride parades and put on the incredible performance art that Chase did. And that's just a conspiracy theory. It's just a theory. Lily Tang Williams unfortunately did not make it. I want to say she ran an incredible campaign. She absolutely wrecked her opposition. That woman was just like a deer in headlights. But her opposition, who is like this, multimillionaire class person, masquerading, cosplaying as a renter in New Hampshire, it's just a very blue district. They don't have a red or free state or libertarian majority in that district. So that's what happened there. But she is an absolute champ. And I think if she runs again in a race where it's not gerrymandered against her or where it's just like a red majority, she'll totally win. She just did an amazing job. Imagine being a woke far leftist. I actually think, has everybody checked on their far left friends today? They are not okay. The ones that are super far, actually, they're fine. Like the Jill Stein supporters, they're doing great. Probably the Cornell West voters are doing great, but the lockstep Kamala voters, they are not okay. So do wellness checks. Don't call the cops. That's not libertarian. Knock on their door. Take them a snack, Pedialyte, whatever it is. Be a good neighbor. I think that everybody gets to take a victory lap today, but at a certain point, I do think it's important for us to unify and heal the nation with the people who are willing to do so. And the Kennedy, Trump, Tulsi, libertarian, I couldn't put my face on it. they wanted it, but I couldn't. So more eating shit. That whole like unity narrative is incredible, and it makes me really optimistic for everyone else, except Harry Sisson. Hopefully he still gets a paycheck, but he's probably made enough so far that he'll be okay. Anybody checked on Angela Belcamino, my evil bold lib twin, 42, child free? You know, the right hates this. I'm close to her age. I have a child. I also go out babysitting. Go out dancing. I occasionally get a babysitter. Love my life. Sometimes I hold my baby while I'm dancing. We've done that at some weddings. You know, it's I don't know, man, the childless cat ladies, you know, no shade at women who have not conceived yet or have difficulty, but you know, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. They're all going to end up like this. They're going to end up like this, alone and dead. No legacy. No kids to tuck them into bed at night. Don't let it happen to you, my friends. Random message of hope and optimism. If you are a woman and you are 35 and you're single and you've not had children and you're anxious and you think that it's the end for you, it's not. You can be fertile into your 40s. You can have a family. You can have a wonderful, amazing home life. Do not let these people who have had, you know, the whole bottle of red pills instead of one get you down. This is your time. Fertility stuff is like also on the rise. And that whole Stefan Molyneux was wrong about eggs, by the way. It's wrong. It's wrong. I think I'm going to have another baby very soon, by the way. So not pregnant yet, but planning on it. Planning on having another baby. Expanding clan McArdle pageant. Very excited about that. Especially in this new time. Like, you know, like this is an incredible timeline to be having children. Go out and meet someone. Go meet someone in person. Ditch your dating apps. Like, go out and touch grass and enjoy human connection, because I just feel like so full of optimism. So full of optimism. We lost 155K votes from 8 years ago in my state. I'm not sure if you're talking about the LP presidential campaign. If you are, I would believe that. Yeah. Oh, a bunch of hate comments. That's okay. Oh, are you sad today? Are you sad, Ryan? Someone get Ryan a tissue. He's very sad. Those are the people. Everybody check on him, you know. He's not okay. He's not okay. If the LP gets wins on policies, that's what matters. Win locally, spoil races for Warhawks, yes. Leverage the split to get your ideas in the race. It's a solid strategy if the goal is liberty. I 100% agree. 100%. Yeah. Wait, was it an act? The world may never know. The world may never know. Can't vote for someone who hates my guts after what he said about the Lou Rockwell types. It was a great move. 4D chess, my friends. 4D chess. 4D chess. Who did I vote for? Please just give money. I voted for Ted Brown for Senate. Sorry, Ted Cruz. All my friends voted for Ted Cruz. I threw Ted Brown a vote. Using the LP as kingmaker makes LP membership make more sense, not less. That's right. We are getting you wins. And some people have been skeptical, and they're like, no one will join a party that's meant to just improve some other candidate in another party or run candidates that are unserious. Well, you know, we've been getting 1% to 3% in elections for 50 years. So I think that they will, right? And extracting actual results and being the kingmaker, I'd just join. So thank you. And thank you so much. I'm super excited about freeing Ross. Everyone reach out to Lynn, his mother. Tell her congratulations. It's not done yet, but all of the right people in his team are on board with it. And we've had a lot of conversations about it. Again, there's been a lot going on behind the scenes on that. So yeah, I think that concludes our live stream. I think that concludes our live stream. I hope everyone has a fantastic Wednesday. Thank you again to all of our wonderful candidates. Can we get Dave as Tulsi's VP in 2028? It's going to be wild. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a struggle between Kennedy, Tulsi, and JD Vance. So be thinking about that. Congratulations to everyone. Thank you, Chase and Mike. Thank you to our candidates. Onward and upward. Check on your leftist friends. Enjoy your champagne. Have a great day. And let's get ready to rock as we go into the next cycle.